this time, ladies and gentlemen. It is a sad day, but it is a happy day. This is the final episode of the Otaku Talk Podcast for the year. Not forever, just for the year. For the year, so relax, guys. Okay. We're going to be jamming out, having some fun, doing some things, and talk about the things we're thankful for in the anime world. Like, it's been a whole year. We started this podcast way back in the summer. I didn't think we'd make it to like 21 episodes. Holy shit. But we made it. So how do you guys feel about this?
Well, give me a second. Okay. I think Coach said he'll be back, so he's but as for me, it's been a rough year. Rough ride. But I'm glad that we got to this, especially episode wise, and that we got to have a lot of these conversations, and I look forward to the future ones too. Um, I got to enjoy some good anime, some surprising stuff, some stuff I kind of already knew was gonna be good. Came out. I have some issues and or things that are like kind of like tit for tat. I would say with well, I guess we could maybe talk about if we have time or we get into who knows, we might be on the same page again. But I have some. I do still feel and have a firm attachment to the anime community, obviously, but I do feel like we could do better because sometimes they got me worried out here, man. Just a little bit, just a little
I get you. I get you. Like, I've been going through some of the things I've watched throughout the entire year. And then I started going over things in the anime community. And I hate to say this. Some of y'all make me mad as shit. It's not the whole anime community. It's only selective toxic communities. And I don't get why y'all became toxic as shit for no reason. You get what I'm saying, Savage? Like, some of them became toxic as shit.
bit. Yeah,
Like,
I
like
think
I'm,
it's
a,
where you're coming from.
I'll start it out. I'll call out one. The My Hero community.
Which one? The VR.
Y'all motherfuckers became
Oh,
toxic.
that online. How much?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
You
I'm
didn't
gonna do this really quick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just
yeah.
mute you for a second, Coach. Like, I love you, but you're doing business, and I ain't mad at you. But just message me or message Savage, and I'll meet you. Yeah. Speaking of what I was saying,
Right.
my hero community. Y'all got mad because a certain ship wasn't meant for y'all. And y'all are sending death threats, all this, that, and the third. Because Bakugo and Midoriya didn't end up together. That's weird.
Extremely, especially because like nothing ever led to them having that type of relationship anyway, and everything led to how it went to begin with. I don't know why this was a surprise. Like everyone knew that they liked each other from the beginning. That's kind of they were kind of shipped together from day one. I don't know why y'all thought it would be any different, but hey,
Y'all got weird, and just like with the Naruto community. Naruto, don't think I wasn't gonna call y'all asses out either, because y'all do some weird shit. If it ain't that Naruto and Sasuke are being together, it's Naruto and Sakura are supposed to be together. First and foremost, that was never going to happen.
I mean, we saw how it already turned bad when she finally like well, I want to do this, and he was like, "Nah, this is weird. I don't like you anymore."
He was like, "Nah, this is weird because I know you don't like me like that, bruh."
Yep.
Like, y'all, I don't get me wrong, Savage. I love the anime community. I love the things that we can do when we stand up together.
Of course.
But sometimes y'all just make me scratch my head. Like, we gotta be the most double standard community ever where we complain about some of the most ridiculous stuff. Y'all complain that the animation is too good. Then y'all complain the animation is too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Then y'all complain, oh, it's not manga correct. Oh, it's going too much off the manga. I need to know which one y'all want.
I don't care what they want, to be honest with you, and I'm starting to get to the point
Yeah.
that it's like I'm starting to just be like, yo, I will talk to my friends about this stuff, but I literally am kind of exiting having this conversation with like community chats now because it's just all toxic. Like it's not even just anime, it's video games too. Everything just got to this toxic level where it's like you can't please anybody and no one can be happy with anything that's given to them or even like it's ridiculous.
No,
Like
no, I
um
got you.
we have like prime example, right? We had the whole thing with that YouTuber, that big YouTuber Chibi Reviews, right? He's a semi big anime YouTuber. He's been doing it for a long time. I'm familiar with some of his stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I've seen his stuff in the past, so I know of him. And like when Dan to Dan came out and he had put a tweet out about it or on X or whatever and said that, the animation was peak, which it is, because it was definitely animated very well. It was a great series.
Beautiful.
But it was I think it was episode 2, and it was like a scene where the infamous scene, I guess, of many infamous scenes from that show, where she was essentially about to be assaulted by the aliens, right? He said that this animation was fire, which it was. Again, we can all agree the animation was fire, but then everybody started to like dox him, go to his brother's grave, threaten his life, all types of stuff because they thought, oh, it was like pedo bait and all types of stuff. I'm sitting there going like, bro, y'all have to stop because let's not like I hate to be that person to be like, yo, like, but can y'all stop? It's fiction. It's a you can not like the show for tons of things. You can not like any show, any manga series, anything for plenty of reasons.
It's
But
like
but it's stuff like that, like I get what was implied. We all have eyeballs. We can all see and very much read the situation of what was implied there, right? But at the end of the day, like nothing really happened. Like the trauma that you're having, they didn't. They pulled strength from it, fought back. It was a whole thing. Cool. There was humor in it. Cool. Stop it. Like y'all made this whole thing. Y'all, the people were literally going to his brother's grave and threatening him death threats and stuff
but which
in
is
his
cool.
house over the fact that he liked the fucking animation. Get over yourself.
Okay.
Like,
Hey, I'll say this because, for example, I am a Bleach fan. As a Bleach fan, a lot of us in our community, we've had to take shit for years. And correct me if I'm wrong, Savage. As Bleach fans, we get the we're not that greatly animated. Our main character is trash. Our story is trash.
yeah, but I mean, a lot of the people were like, a lot of people would sit there and say they were trolling and their stuff. But yeah, I remember, and even now,
And
everyone's like wants to hop on now because
yeah,
the
like
animation, how the animation got better for Thousand Year Blood War, and now they're all like, "Oh, this is so I didn't know Bleach was this good." Da, 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 da. And it's like, well, it never wasn't bad.
just
Like you just
what
didn't give it a chance, and then they had weird comments about that stuff too, like like about Orihime and all this other stuff, and sitting there going
yeah,
like,
like why were he so big? I'm like, that's the way they were drawn. Why are you looking at a fictional character like that?
the whole point is the keyword is fictional, right? Yes, we can have debates and discussions about like the fact that hey, sometimes it's a little bit weird. Like there were some shows that came out that I had to look back on and be like, this one maybe not. I had to skip out on this one because it crosses a line that I'm uncomfortable.
I will give the prime example of that. Jobless reincarnation. Yeah, I got lost. After season
Yeah,
one, I was good. Nope.
no, same. I dropped that to season one. I even made a video on it on my TikTok and made a review, or it's like not a review per se, but a little bit I did on it. I think you saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
I was like,
I made a bit on it because I dropped that too after that season. I didn't watch season 2, did not give a fuck. And the fact that in season 2 they talk about the fact that he has ED is crazy because why? Why do we need to know that? Why is that a premise of the show? Like
you're trying to humanize him, and it's not going to work for me. I'm
that's
sorry.
yeah, it was weird, and even I saw that Chibi Reviews back to him had said something recently that or I saw a video of his clip come up recently that the guy who did Jobless Reincarnation wrote it and whatever was like, yo, a lot of people hate my show but didn't even actually watch it. So what are y'all talking about? Like if they didn't watch it or read it or whatever. And I could feel for him a little bit for that because I'm sure there's a lot of people who definitely did not bother reading or watching it and hate it.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of those people, and I guess Coach disappeared for time being. But
Coach disappeared for a second. It's fine.
yeah,
I think he's trying to get on his way back to the house to get on the real stuff. But nah,
well,
I feel you on that.
But I saw and you saw, and I can tell you right now from what I saw, that shit's disgusting. I don't
Oh.
care. I'm not a fan.
I am not a fan. Okay, here's the thing. I understand fan service. Don't get me wrong. I watch Fairy Tail. I get it. But that isn't fan service. That's just weird shit that maybe we need to step back from in some of our anime. I don't think anime should have you wanting to sleep with your cousin. That makes my brain go, no, why is this pervert our main? No, please no.
Do we have to look? I told you I have a video. Do we have to go back to the video where the dude literally rolled up on this dude and said, "You smell like sexual, like
Yeah, no,
whatever."
we're not going to go back to that.
And we looked at that and said, "Oh, this is just humorous. He's a teenager,
Like-
kid. No, he's a grown ass man who got reincarnated as a child, but still kept all his thoughts. It's not like he's finding puberty, sir. He's already a grown man. Like." He was introducing these other children to shit that they would not know of because they're fucking children. He already was fully familiar with what he was doing.
And I want to go back to something you said earlier about how even video games are getting overly toxic.
Yep.
So I happened to have watched the Game Awards. I said watched it, and I was seeing people. First of all, they dropped the trailer for Witcher 4. One of the first things I was very much excited for as someone who plays the Witcher games.
I'm still not done with the 3, but I'm enjoying it so far.
And here's where I have two problems. First of all, y'all say, you get the people go, oh, here comes the woke comment. Why is Ciri the main character? Have you played 1, 2, and 3? They give you a whole explanation of why she's basically the main character now. They give you a whole reason. But, why is she so ugly? Go back to a statement you said earlier, Savage. She's a fictional character.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at a fictional character in that way? What?
Her looks shouldn't really matter as much as it's for the story. And I don't know that much about The Witcher. Like I said, I'm still playing the 3 right now. So we're chasing Ciri, and I saw how she looks in the game because I have the 3rd game. So I saw how she looks in the game. I got past the parts where I played as her a little bit too. So her model doesn't look as appealing as it originally looked. But at the same time, it's a trailer, so you don't even know what happened to make her look that way. Because in the Witcherverse, there's tons of things that make people look a certain way too. I've seen from just playing the 3rd game and watching the show that there's stuff that can affect how you look. Yeah. So it was a trailer. You don't even know what happened to get her where she's at. You just saw the trailer and got mad without any explanation yet. You don't know what happened. We don't know what happened because they said they're not following. They said the game has its own story, but they already made it clear the game's not following the book. Yeah. They don't know what this shit's following. Clearly, it's following its own thing with the game. So we don't know why she looks the way she does or why she has the abilities she has. We don't know yet.
The original creators stated that they used the book as reference material, but their book is not. Their game is not canon.
It's not. Yeah, this is their own thing they're doing. So,
and I'm just tired of using the woke propaganda excuse to basically say some stupid shit. It's girl. It's only because it's woke they put a girl as the main character. It's a game, dude. Maybe that's supposed to be the main character. Maybe you're supposed to just sit and enjoy it.
And clearly people who have issues with that also didn't play the other Witcher games like you said, because if I remember correctly, just from playing 3, and I saw clips from the other games in the past, Geralt was around fucking everybody. So why do you... Why? What are we discussing? Geralt was fucking everybody. Even in the 3rd one, you have massive traits. You can fuck on whoever you want. You could be all of them. You could be single to one. You could be you could choose. You could be hey, I like her, I like her, I like her. You know?
But no, I'm getting sick of this what girls can't be main characters. I don't personally care who the main character is in the story. As long as 2 things are met. If your story is good, I can forgive a lot of shit. I'm the person that still plays Cyberpunk even though it was a buggy mess.
Oh, I enjoy Cyberpunk though.
I enjoy the story.
I got to play it after all the time. I'm glad I played it when I played it because now they fixed everything.
We have a comment from Supersize Senpai. I had some deep thoughts on Jobless. I agree with the certain negativity takes on season 1 and season 2, but season 3 brings much of season 1 and 2's problem story beats into perspective. All right,
that's valid. I'll take your word for it. I haven't watched season 2 or 3. So I don't
neither
know.
have I. So I will do this. I will go back and watch them because I can just watch them on my own time. I got like 2 days off coming soon, so I can just sit there and just watch the shit and be good. And maybe that will fix my perspective on it.
Well, you can let me know because I promise you
I'll let you know. Like when we come back to do podcasts again, when we can get our schedules to link back up.
Yeah,
we'll do that. But I just have a problem with the over sexualization in certain stories at this point.
True, and I just think that the overall thing also, like I said, I did watch season 1 of Jobless Reincarnation, and it's not even just Jobless Reincarnation. There's plenty of anime out there that I don't like. After I don't like it, I don't shit on it just to shit on it, except for Black Clover because I'm a Black Clover hater. That's the grave I will die on. I don't like Black Clover, but
I ain't got no beef with you, but you gotta let this Black Clover hate.
No, I will never. Look, you get it just like my bro gets it. He loves Black Clover, and I shit on him every day about it too. And he'll ask me all the things of why this, don't care.
I don't even ask you why anymore. I know exactly why you hate Black Clover.
I hate Black Clover with a passion, but excluding Black Clover, I don't like a show. I just don't like it, and I let it go. I don't go out of my way to attack people for liking what they like. I don't care. If you like it, I love that you like it for you. Enjoy their show. Just like I like to enjoy my shows in peace because people aren't a fan of all the shows I like. And, this is a great transition to something I would like to bring to the attention of the audience and to you.
Hold on. Superstar Senpai wanted to make the comment that Black Clover hate is unacceptable. Senpai, I'm asking you not to open this can of worms. This is the can you don't want to open. We will be here for 2 hours of explaining.
I won't do the explanation. We have other podcasts in the past you go back and watch where I say why I don't like it. I stand by those dates. And yes, I've watched everything except for your stupid movie. I didn't watch that movie. But I've watched everything prior to the movie, yes. So I'm fully aware of what happens. It has some cool scenes, sure. But I'm not a fan. And just nothing you, the creator, or anyone on this planet can tell me to make me change that. Okay, they're still trying to get me to watch Fairy Tail, and we're still having a beef with that. Like, Black Op has me watching Fairy Tail right now, and I still don't agree with it, but I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. Fairy Tail, and that's a lot coming from me because I hate Fairy Tail too. But you can't get me on Black Clover. I've watched it all.
I have chosen to just let your hate for Black Clover go because that's your hate, and I accept it. I don't have to like it, but we're friends enough that I can understand it.
Look, and I'm not trying to make you not like it. I've never said, "Hey, Black Up, you should watching that trash show. You should give it up." I never said that. I said it's trash.
I don't say that.
Go ahead. I'm just not going to subject myself to that. But
it's like I'll go and admit something. I don't like Misfit of the Demon King after season 1.
That's valid. That's fair.
I feel
like they dropped the ball because they got all that hype from season 1 that it didn't live up to the exposure. And season 3 didn't even really get announced or acknowledged that even happened. I feel like there's people out there right now that doesn't know there's a season 3.
It's like I'm currently still enjoying Shangri-La Frontier. Shangri-La Frontier has kept the same energy it started with.
It did.
And I like that how would I say, like, its filler episodes are technically not filler episodes because they're explaining other stuff.
Right. And I agree with you because that shit was fire. I still am very much enjoying that show also.
I've been having fun with it. I've been enjoying it. Like Don. I didn't think I liked Don. I was like, all right, so aliens and ghosts. How is this going to work? And it surprised me. It made my day. But at the end of the day, there's just certain, it's like, for my example, what is the things I get hated on when Misfit season 1 was awesome, but after it dropped off the cliff. Exactly, Senpai. It literally went like this. It did a sharp dive, and it hasn't bounced back up for me.
Y'all want to hear something? Okay, go ahead.
No, say it. No.
I was going to say, you want to hear something funny? Guess what I just started to watch or binge that
what?
A lot of people look at me crazy about, but I don't care. Umasume Pretty Derby.
Oh, the thing?
Yeah. Now, hear me out. Because I don't have a sexual attraction to the fucking horse girls. Okay, see that's the problem that I was also going to bring up to the table for us to debate about too, or talk about and discuss that with the anime community. You can't like certain things without people saying, "Oh, how old are you?" or "That's creepy. Why do you like the fucking pretty derby girls or whatever horse girls?" I'm like, it has good animation. That's actually pretty intriguing. You feel me? The anime and the story, if you follow it, actually isn't that bad. And like I said, designs and the characters look cool and they look nice. I like that. The aesthetic was fine, so I watched it.
Bruh, look. I'm
But
the person who gets online and gets hated because I say Goku's a terrible dad. Do you know how many people have jumped on my ass because I say Goku's a terrible dad, and have facts to prove it?
But you also, to be fair though, you have to pick a version of Goku that's a terrible dad. Because which version are you talking about?
I'm talking about Cell Saga Goku. Specifically.
Specifically Cell Saga Goku?
Specifically, and I want you to hear me out while I say this. Your son does not like to fight.
Okay.
But you were constantly forcing your son to fight. Just to spend time with you because you refuse to do anything else.
Well, to be fair, he didn't realize that right away. He got that towards the end.
And that means he never paid attention to his son.
To be fair, also, he didn't know his son that well because he spent the majority of his son's life dead.
Also, it's bad when your son's stepdad can tell you more about your son than you know.
But he was also dead, so I don't know how much you would want him to know being dead for most
reasons. If Goku didn't do certain like foolish things, he wouldn't be in half the situations he in. Well, that's just my opinion.
No, it's valid opinion. I'm just giving you the fair criticisms, you know, like actual arguments to go with what you're saying. So, okay, fair. My thing is, because I'm hearing and I'm listening to you. I'm not going to disregard anything you're saying. I'm just giving points to go to it that's actual reasonably, not just going to be like, oh, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. No, we're not doing that. We have intelligence on this podcast. So, okay, let me follow, right? I'm just following your train of thought, okay? Because you said Cell Saga, specifically Goku Cell Saga, right? Yes. Well, if we go back in that arc of Goku in general, besides Cell Saga, but that Dragon Ball Z speak, like between Saiyans to Cell, okay? So that's Saiyan, Cell, or Cell's the android, / android Cell, and then Frieza. That's the arcs we have at that point. That's where we've been, okay? So Saiyan Saga, Goku dies, getting his son back. He got kidnapped by his brother, right? He dies in the process of saving his son. But right. Cool. Yeah. Father. Well, we can all agree. Yeah, that's a great father thing to do. Saving your child. You know, give your life for your child. Most parents would do that. A decent parent would do that. Most decent parents would do that. Yeah. Most decent parents would do that, whether they're superhuman or not. Okay. So, cool. We go to this. We go to the Saiyan saga. The rest of it, the other end, because he died in that process of saving his son from Raditz. Comes back. Fights Vegeta, blah, 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 lets him go because he sees that he can possibly change something in him or whatever. So he didn't want to kill him.
Hold on.
For whatever reason.
You have a comment. Hold on. Super Saiyan Senpai says, I'd say Goku was more of a reckless father than a bad father. All right. I will get to that.
Yeah, I could agree with that statement more too. Reckless. But again, also it depends on what version we're talking about.
Yeah.
If he's talking about the Z one, then sure. If he's talking about the Super one, I can't really co-sign that one because the Super one is a whole.
I'm only specifically talking about Cell Saga Goku.
Okay, so then I guess I'll get to the point with that version of Goku, right? Based off what you said, right?
Yes.
Because you said he knows his son doesn't want to fight. When he found out his son didn't want to fight, it was already kind of too late at that point that he finally realized that. Because we know that he just wanted to spend time with his dad, that he's never really got to spend time with because his dad was always training and or dead. Okay, he was dead for a fraction of his life. On the other side, he went and trained. Okay, so we understood that, but at the same time, we also do that. Goku was like, "I'm not gonna be here forever," and besides me, you're the strongest person on this planet, essentially. So there's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to step up and save the world. That's your family, your mother, and everyone.
Hold on, I just want to say this. Mm-hmm. So you sidebar the fact that Vegeta and Piccolo are still there. The two people besides Tien that never stopped trading. I just wanted to point that.
I did sideline them. I know I sidelined them, but they're not stronger than Gohan. This is canon fact that we all know they're not stronger than Gohan. Vegeta knows he's not stronger than Gohan. Especially the Cell Saga time. That's part of the reason he was upset. He realized Gohan was stronger than him.
Here
And his own son. Trunks was stronger than him too.
Here was my problem though. When Goku admitted, yeah, Cell, I could have beat you at any time. I just chose to let my son beat you instead. That was me going.
I feel like that's a translation error because I don't feel like that's the case. Because he literally couldn't beat Cell. He wasn't strong enough to beat Cell himself. That's why he ends up getting. That's why he stopped fighting and said, "Cell, we can keep this going, but I'm not gonna beat you. So I'm gonna stop right here."
And it's become a meme to this day.
Okay.
You threw a sensu bean to your enemy and said, "Yeah, he'll take you."
Well, as that was reckless. That's why I agree with the whole reckless statement because that was reckless. Because in hindsight, we know he only threw that sensu bean because he wanted to give Gohan no opportunity to he had to go all out. He didn't want him to not go all out. And if Cell had fought Gohan in that state of kind of he still needed he was as he was, Gohan wouldn't have taken it seriously. Now Cell's full powered back on. Gohan's like, well, if you don't take this seriously, everybody's gonna die and. Because he wore him out a little. He did wear him out a little. He was a little tired. He was like, look, now he's back to top physical strength. Yeah, you kind of gotta do something now. You can't sugarcoat this shit. Now, was it a good idea? Fuck no. That was an awful idea, and that was stupid. Tactic wise, that was the dumbest thing you could have done.
It's like you may be right and maybe I'm confusing my words I should be using. Mm-hmm. Goku is a reckless father.
Reckless.
I get mad when people say Vegeta is a terrible father. When I look and go, Vegeta actually does hug his kids, and he's very protective of his kids. He learned from what his father did. He's actually trying to be a good dad.
But for Vegeta's sake too, it's also a gradual change because when Vegeta first meets Trunks, he treats him like shit.
Well, he doesn't know that's his kid till halfway through the saga. He's like, "Oh, you're what?"
Okay, but for most people, typically, once they find out that that's their child, they still the switch up doesn't come that casually because he knows that's his son when they're training in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, but okay. But the thing is, he had to get over some shit because.
Okay, so he has trauma. We all have trauma.
Hold on. Just hear me out for a second. You're right. Vegeta has a lot of trauma. And some of that trauma is brought on by his own action that he does.
True.
But after Trunks leaves and goes back to his alternate timeline, because it's all timelines, Trunks is actually born, and Vegeta actually does change his ways. He's a good father.
Yeah, he changed them better, yeah.
Then Bola is born, and he is like a guardian, nah, you ain't gonna mess my kid up. I got this.
But she's also a girl.
Yeah, but he also
Vegeta is way better protective over females than he is.
No, he was protective of Trunks because
that was because I was his kid. But look how he treated Bulma. He punched the god of destruction over his wife. So his daughter, that's his daughter. That's his only daughter.
Well, to be fair, Vegeta did karate chop his son to make sure he'd save his life.
He karate chopped him because he knew that his son had took from him and wouldn't want to leave.
Yeah, that's why he was like,
look, he knocked him out and he knocked Goten out and said, Piccolo, get the fuck out of here.
Because he knew what he was about to do. It's like, I'm about to do a Goku and be really reckless for a second.
Yeah.
But, all right. I'm and Super Senpai does agree. Vegeta is actually a good father. He's tough, but he cares.
Yeah, he does.
But I've always wondered, I've always wanted to have what if episodes for Dragon Ball Z. I think that's a good route that they never took. Because I would have wanted to see what if they had brought Raditz and them back. What if you had brought your father back? What if you had brought your mother back, Goku? How would that family dynamic have worked?
Fair enough, but I do feel like the other characters kind of weren't worth bringing back. Raditz coming back, I think would change nothing. I'm not gonna hold you because Raditz was just.
I can get that, but I was
his father though was different. That is valid. I feel you on that one. His father was different. Raditz, it was definitely would not change. He
if we had brought all the Planet Vegeta back, if you brought the Happiness back,
no, that would have been a problem.
I don't think that would have been a problem though, because hear me out. Because Planet Vegeta respects one thing, that's strength, correct?
Right.
And technically, every Saiyan on planet Earth is 10 times stronger than every Saiyan on planet Vegeta.
Okay, but you think that they're gonna sit there and listen to every person on planet Earth or all
No,
the
they
fans
would.
on
They
planet
would
Earth?
listen.
They
I
would. They would.
say, go ahead.
I was gonna say that because my whole thing with Planet Vegeta is that Bardock was an outlier, and he was the most normal slash heroic one there, and he was the outlier. He didn't. He kind of was in a bubble. Most of them were just evil, deviant motherfuckers.
That's because
Even Raditz, but even Raditz was like, yo, when they showed him as a kid in the flashback, he's like, oh, don't you have a brother? He's like, yeah, but he's weak as shit. Who gives a fuck about that little nigga? Like they're all evil people typically. 9 times out of 10, they were all horrible individuals.
I don't believe it's true because as we've seen through the movies, Goku's mother wasn't evil.
That's why I said his father and his mother are outliers. They don't count really. That was 2 people out of the millions of Saiyans on that planet.
And
all had, and even they thought they were weird. The other Saiyans thought Bardock and his wife were weird. They're like, y'all are odd. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you brought all those people back, yes, strength does hold a place, but they were fucked up individuals, bro.
yeah, look, I just had to like get a thought out on the podcast. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Nah, you got it. I'm just saying, I'm gonna hit you with the facts. Just saying that a lot
Like,
of these things are fucked up.
I appreciate that, but it's just that, like, when I go back and see the history, like, and this was my whole thing. If you had brought Planet Vegeta back, first of all, Vegeta would have took over from his father because he looked at him and said, "No, because I know what you're about to try and do, and we're not going to teach you that shit."
Look, they did see. Look, they did not teach the other Saiyans of the other universe how to about Super Saiyans and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, but their versions of Saiyans are actually protectors and people who actually care not to kill people.
So you see the difference there.
Yeah, I see the difference.
Look, they said they said the Saiyans had to go regardless because they were just deviants for the whole galaxy. Look, they were just terrorizing people.
I'm still in the fact that fucking Frieza can now say he's black and we have to just accept it.
True.
I'm still mad about that. The most racist motherfucker in the anime can say he's black and we just gotta go, fuck.
And yeah.
But
he got the card.
I'm sorry, I got us off a fucking topic, but back to topic at hand. We're tired of seeing like this extra weird shit, like the extra being weird in anime. Like, there's some lines that we may not need to cross no more. Like, your main character shouldn't always just be horny and wanting to fuck everything. Especially if you're doing stuff like trying to like mess with your cousins or other individuals. Go ahead, Savage. Go ahead.
No, I mean, if you're talking about, we clearly talking about reincarnation, and my whole thing again with reincarnation is just the fact I can understand what he was implying and what he was drawing or writing about. I get the story concept. This guy was a person who didn't go outside ever. He had no attention from females ever, right? So this is the first time where he's kind of like it's a given that these people like he has a female interaction for the first time, like actual interaction with female and people. This is the opportunity he's ever had. Because remember, he got to like 30 something and never really interacted with people. He was a recluse. He stayed inside. Cool. But they didn't have to make it extra like creepily horny is the problem. That's what made it weird. Because you could have the same story with him not being horny all the time. And it would probably not change much, except for make it not as gross. Because the thing that comes across gross is the fact that even if he's in a child's body and regrowing, like growing up again, he still has all the memories and retention of him as an adult. So it becomes like, it literally is technically you consider grooming because he's an adult. Whether or not he's in an adult body anymore, he's still an adult in his mind. Even when he talks the god dude, he reverts back to his like 30-year-old fat, overweight otaku dude self. Like when he's in his body talking to the god dude. So it's like that's the creepy part. That's the off-putting part because you could have all that nice stuff happen and he not fuck them. That's what makes it.
Right. You know what? We're going to take a break from this weird shit and we're going to talk about something else. So,
Very good.
Bleach is actually getting a game.
I'm aware. You know I'm aware.
I know you're aware. I'm going to ask you a question. When you think about it, because if you're like me, you've watched the trailers, you've watched gameplay footage. What do you think about it?
I stand on what I said. I think the last time when it got announced, which is I don't have. I
Enough
need this,
information.
no, I need the game to come out or playable. I need to actually play it before I say anything on it because they've done this before where they made a game, they showed trailers, they showed gameplay, but then you actually played the game, it was horrible. So until then, and I can actually try it, I'm reserving my judgment because I don't want to get my hopes up to get ultimately disappointed again. Because this happened all them years ago when they made the Soul Resurrection game on the PS3. And I love that game. I saw the trailer, saw the thing, saw how they had the Ichigo that fought Ukiura with that final form, like that visored Vasilordi Ichigo form and everything, throwing the sword, all that cool shit. And I was ecstatic. And then the game came out, and I beat it within a weekend, and then had nothing left to do with it because after I beat it, there was nothing left to
Yeah.
do. I had gotten all A and S ranks, so there was
It's
nothing left for me to do in the game. Even though the characters could level up to like at least 1,000, well 9,999, it didn't matter because at the end of the day, they kind of all played the same. They kind of all pretty much played the same, and there was nothing to do once you beat the game. Like once I S and A ranked everything, there's nothing to really play anymore. Even if I want to try other characters, they kind of all eventually start feeling the exact same because they didn't really put that much depth in it. This
no,
game
no.
gives a different view, though. This game looks like they will have depth, and these characters will be drastically different. You know, you'll have different tactics for each character, which is all great. But I need to actually see the game this time because they're not gonna trick me. They got me back then because I was a kid. They got me back then. They're not gonna get me this time. I need to actually have the game in my hands because they could show all this and this could all look all great, but then when you actually play it, it plays like trash.
That
So
would be very true. I'm not knocking you.
no,
I'm just trying to have hope
no, I
because
have hope, but I'm having my hope in a space where it's like reasonable. I'm leaving room for them to fuck up. Because I know if I leave room for them to fuck up and it turns out to be as amazing as I think it will be, like with Dragon Ball, what you call it came out, Sparking, it lived up to my hype. I was excited and I
yeah.
had fun with Sparking or have fun with Sparking. The only reason I'm not playing Sparking as much as I want to is because my controller. And these controllers are expensive. The minute I have enough money to get another controller, I will be back on Sparking like nobody's business. But until then, I'm chilling and enjoying, but I do enjoy the game fully for what I got out of it and what I was expecting from it. I'm very much happy with that.
Oh, we got
So,
another comment. Hold on, man.
mhm.
There's so much when it comes to Jobless and how the story tends to be misunderstood at first glance. You're probably right. Like,
Okay, you're saying first glance, but I don't think that's first glance when I watched the whole first season. I watched the whole first season. So I
mhm.
gave it the shake, a fair shake, more than most people. Most people turn that shit off after episode 2. I promise you. Like when dude said this is my treasure is her panties or whatever, I promise you mad people left from that day forward. I kid you not. I know her for a fact mad people left at that point. They said, hey yo, nah, I'm good. Like whatever this was gonna be, don't care, don't want to know. When the
No,
fucking like, cause let's understand something, bro. I gave it a fair shot. I sat through that whole thing with remember the fucking maid that his dad cheated on his wife with? How she looked at him like disgust because she saw how creepy he was from as a baby. She realized this dude's a pervert and it's disgusting. But then she changed her mind when she's about to get kicked out the house because he stopped her from getting kicked out the house. Like this shit is fucked up. There's nothing you can really explain.
Senpai. I mean, for the first season is the first one. Yeah, but after seeing the first season, that throws a lot of people off. Like I sat through all of it. I watched it to the end so I could have my opinion.
And
And
didn't the first season end with her like literally him fucking his cousin and her leaving? I'm
I
asking
think,
Senpai. He's in there, right? So he's watching,
yeah.
bro. Didn't the first season literally end with him fucking his cousin and her leaving? She ran off somewhere.
Oh, I
That's why
totally
he had.
understand not being willing to push past the weird stuff of season one, but it all has its purpose. But no, Senpai, he's asking the question: doesn't the main character like have
Like he gets
some?
with his cousin, she dips, and that's kind of part of the reason why he has the whole ED thing going on.
Yeah, and then she leaves him, and then he just has like issues. Like let us know. Like maybe we're getting it wrong. I
Because
don't know.
if you say, well, yes, that's part of the story, I'm gonna tell you that's more reason why I do not want to continue that story. Because why is that part of the story? Why does that matter? Like, why does that matter? as I see it, you're essentially giving this man. I get Rudy's been through a lot. He's a lot of trauma. We all have gone through trauma, traumatic experiences, traumatic life, but it doesn't excuse that he's a degenerate through and through. And even if you tell me, well, he becomes a better person towards the end of the series, I know about stuff that happens towards the end of the series. For the fact that I know that Rudy marries everybody. He marries the girl that taught him magic, which who's
Hold
paid.
on, spoilers by the way, for if
Yeah.
y'all were waiting for the
Oh,
ending of the series.
oh yeah, spoilers, my bad. But it's light spoilers because I don't tell how it gets there. But we just know that at the end, Rudy has 3 wives, and technically 2 of his wives are relatives. So let's just 2 of his wives share blood with him. That's weird. That's weird.
That's why I'm just gonna.
That's weird. I'm just saying, 2 of his 3 wives shared blood with him. That's weird.
All right. So in other news, I'm gonna bring something up. We're gonna talk about the Sony Spider Verse and how they can only make good Spider-Man movie. That's about it.
I didn't watch Craven yet, but
I
heard
did.
things about it.
I did.
I heard it was okay. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I don't.
Let me put it to you this way: I'd rather watch Madam Web again.
Oh, I see someone say that it was worse than Madam Web.
I would rather watch Madam Web again, fully through, without breaks.
That's insane. That was like a almost 3-hour movie.
Yeah, I'd rather watch that again, and then go binge watch Morbius behind it.
Oh god. Oh well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. I'm just glad I didn't pay. I didn't pay for the movie. It was someone asked me to come with them, and I was like, all right, cool.
Look, I'm not gonna hold you. I've missed a lot of movies because I wasn't working at the time, so I didn't have a lot of money to go buy movie tickets. But
Yeah.
I'm sticking to the the Into the Spider Verse stuff, like Miles Morales and Spider Man stuff. Like that's where I'll stay, and I'm happy with that. I don't feel like I need to go outside.
Senpai just said you couldn't pay me to watch any of those again.
Oh, see,
Damn. But now this brings me to a topic I heard earlier. So the voice actor for Miles Morales and Into the Spider Verse, apparently he did some weird shit to a girl, and he just basically shut down his whole social media.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't think it wasn't really okay. So I'll give more context to that. Just
Go
people
ahead, give your
follow.
context to
I'm
that.
correct of what you're implying or talking about.
No, go ahead.
It wasn't. I don't know if something new happened, but I do know that one of the big things that happened was that his co-star, for whatever reason, had a big crush on, and he's the only Spider-Man actor or Spider-Man. He's the only person who's a lead who didn't get with the other lead. He's the only Spider-Man apparently that didn't get with their lead, like at all, because she never wanted him. The girl that plays Gwen, the actress that plays Gwen, never wanted him. They were just like kind of like they were coworkers, and that was it. And I guess he thought he had a chance, and then he found out on social media like everybody else.
Apparently she's already engaged, so it's like
engaged. He was just like, well, that's news, and I guess he thought he had a chance because I guess thinking, oh, well, every person who's in Spider-Man has got with their co-star, their co-host, or their co.
That doesn't mean it works every time, bro. If she ain't feeling you, just let it go.
I saw their interviews and clips, and I could tell that she didn't like him that way. But that's just me.
Senpai said those movies make the modern MCU trash look like a masterpiece. Ooh.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
Ooh. You gotta get what he just said. He said those 3 movies make Iron Fist the show look good.
Okay, well, Iron Fist show can't look good ever. I'm not gonna lie to
Apparently, I'd rather watch Iron Fist whole 2 seasons than watch any of the movies I just named. That's my preferred poison.
Yeah, no, I would just read a book. That's what I'll do. I'll read a book or sleep. I feel like my work is better done doing that. Because Iron Fist was disgusting. But yeah, so he kind of just crashed out on social media after that, just being weird, and everybody's like, "Bro, she didn't like you. It's okay." And he's just being weird about it.
Here's the thing, bro. If someone doesn't like you, it's fine.
Yeah, there's plenty of people out there who do, and it's way more than I don't know why it even fucking matters. Honestly.
Oh wait, I got some new anime news, by the way.
Okay.
Chainsaw Man, the movie, Re's Dark, is being released in 2025.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I didn't see a trailer, but I heard about the new movie coming out.
So I'm like, all right. But we do got a lot of anime coming out. My Hero is finally getting the spin-off it should have gotten, with the thing I'd rather watch.
Still think that My Hero is problematic.
No, here's the thing. I prefer Vigilante better than My Hero, and people can argue with me all day if they want to.
I look forward to trying that one.
I'd rather watch that, because at least I know these people aren't really heroes, but they trying to do heroic shit anyway. I'm good with that.
I'm good with that too. That sounds great to me. Also.
It's like, I can tell you I had a funny argument with somebody because they tried to like argue with me saying, "Oh, Batman can beat Black Panther with prep time," and I was just like this. I don't know why you say stupid things, but I need you to stop saying stupid things. Because this isn't even like a debate, it's a fact. Batman can never beat Black Panther, even if we gave him prep time and a god suit. It still wouldn't work. I'm sorry. But we're going to move on from that. I'm so sorry. I just had to get that out. Alright, what else do we got here? What else do we got? So, One Piece is saying going into the new year that they will be reaching almost the end of the anime. The anime will be ending soon, ladies and gentlemen. One Piece will finally be over. How you feel about that, Savage? Hello? Uh-oh. Maybe having technical difficulties, guys. Almost looks like we lost my other brother and co-host. But we do got some other stuff to talk about. It's a great thing. Hopefully y'all all having a good Sunday fun day. I'm glad you stopped in here to join us. We appreciate it. Let's see. What are animes coming out next year? Because we got a couple of them. We got Sakamoto Days coming out next year. We got Return of Solo Leveling in January. We got, what else do we got? What else do we got? Let's see. As reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world, getting a season 3. The person that will be directing Chainsaw Man Reed's arc movie will be Tatsuya Noshihara, who previously worked as the action director for Chainsaw Man, as well as Black Clover, Wistoria, Jujutsu Kaisen, and a couple other anime. One Piece will be returning from its hiatus on April 6th, 2025, so mark that in the calendar, everybody. Let's see, what else do we got? We got new visuals for Kaiju number 8's movie. Mission Yakuzura Family is getting a season 2. The My Hero, the final season, will premiere in fall of 2025. So, we got good stuff to look forward to. My Hero Vigilante anime actually has a trailer out currently. If you'd like to watch it, it is on YouTube. Oh, my bad. You back, my friends?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, I've been keeping the people entertained.
All right.
So Kaiju number 8. How did you feel about that?
As a whole?
As a whole.
I enjoyed it. I had questions, obviously, but
well, it's getting a season 2.
I'm glad it should.
Let's see what else. Solo Leveling is coming back with a vengeance in January 4th.
Good to know.
There's a new Chinese anime coming to the West.
Mm-hmm.
It's called To Be Hero X. I don't know how you feel about remakes, but Rama 1.5 is getting a season 2.
Um, see, funny story about that. I actually grew up seeing the Rama manga. I found it one time, like as a kid in middle school, I think, at the local library.
Okay.
It was one of my first times introduced into like ecchi, because I was already watching ecchi series and stuff. But that was like one of the first like ecchi manga I got my hands on, like in print at the library, and I actually liked it a lot. And weirdly enough, right, I ain't gonna hold you. I tried to watch the remake or the new remaster of it,
Mhm.
and I'm not a fan. I don't know what it is. Cause like
Mm,
I remember reading the book, I remember reading the manga and being like, "Oh, this is actually mad interesting," and like I enjoyed it for what I did read. I didn't finish the whole thing or read the whole thing. I only like read a couple of books, right? But I did enjoy. I did enjoy what I was reading, though. I thought it was pretty cool, and like I just left it at that. When I saw it was getting a re thing, just like the other show, the one with the other thing they remastered with the girl with the double horns that shot lightning out. I forgot what it's called right now. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's a classic too. That's a classic too, and that thing came out I think around the same time. It might even be drawn by the same people. They look familiar. They look similar. So I don't know if they're drawn by the same guy. I don't. Maybe they're not, but they look very close to each other.
My Dress Up Darling is getting a season 2.
Uh, oh, okay. I didn't watch the
Y-
first season of that, but
yeah,
So wait, hold on. Let me find the show because I want to make sure I give it its
you're
credit. I have
good.
it
I
favorited.
um
So
one One Piece and the Lakers are getting a collab.
the One Piece and Lakers are getting a collab. Is what you said?
One Piece and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Uh,
There was some visual art released about Kuroko no Basket, and it looks like there's a 2 in the back of it.
a two?
A 2.
How they gonna have a season? You know what? Never mind. Let them do what they
I'm
do.
not questioning stuff anymore. I'm just like, you know what? Y'all
I
do
mean,
y'all.
I'm questioning that because I don't know how they're gonna do that, but teach their own, I guess. I don't.
There-
Yurusei
hmm,
Yatsura. That's what it's
Okay.
called. Yurusei Yatsura. That also was an older show. It has 4 seasons. They started the remaster in 2023, I believe. Yeah, they did. They started that remaster in 2023. I enjoyed watching that. I'm on season 2 of that actually. I just got to season 2 of that show. I like the art. I like the concept and everything. I like it a lot. Thought it was pretty fire. But when I tried to watch Rama, it just didn't have the same pull. I don't know
No,
what
I
it
get it.
is, but I just wasn't enjoying it. I was like, I see y'all trying to do exactly what they did, but it don't work the same. It's just not as wholly. It's at least for me. I'm sure there's people. It's getting a season 2, which means someone did like it. Enough people liked it because it has a season 2. So enough people had to have liked it. Oh, is Coach back? Yeah, he is. Hold on, let me unmute him.
I got you. Give me a second. Arrow.
All right, yo, Coach.
Wait, I'm about to take my brother to the hospital again. He's
Is he okay? Oh, you do what you gotta do, brother. You're fine.
Yeah.
yeah. He's not okay. He just repped 2 muscles, so gotta take him back.
Alright, get him to the hospital. Make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
I will keep y'all up to date as soon as I get out of the hospital.
Alright,
No problem, man. You can get there safe.
Sorry about that, boys.
no
No
problem.
problem.
Later, man.
Later.
Later.
Alright,
Yeah.
so
So,
it's go ahead.
I just for me it didn't work out, and I could sit there and nitpick about things. I guess I could, but there's not really much to really nitpick about because like I watched the first 2 episodes. My whole at least when I'll say this to chat that's listening and to whoever watches this, and I think I already explained this to you before, Black Up. But I am a type of person who gives most animes 3 episodes typically. Because I think it takes about 3 episodes for me to understand if I'm gonna like this or not. Because if you don't catch me in the first episode, you should be able to catch me in the first 2. And if I give you a third, I'm really being generous. Because honestly, you should be able to catch people by the first episode, if not the second. If you can't pull people in by those first 2, I don't. You honestly, you probably aren't. It's not a good show. If you can't get the person's interest by then, it's probably not that good. You feel me? So I typically give people 3. I gave Rama 1.5, 1.5 because I couldn't even finish the episode because I was like trying to watch it and I just wasn't interested. It could not catch my interest, which is hilarious because when I watched the first episode of Yurusei Yatsura,
Yeah.
I was pulled in. I was like, oh, this shit's fire, and I was really invested. And I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't even like it at first either. I came back because I had watched it because I knew what it was or I remembered what it was. I didn't know the series like that, but I knew of it. So I was like, okay, I'll come back to this when it has more episodes to watch.
So got some other news. Don comes back in July 2025.
Yeah, I saw that, and so is what's his face?
Sakamoto Days will be 2 parts because it's going to be premiering on Netflix first.
Is that true though?
It's going to be
No,
2
I'm
parts.
saying, is that true though about them on Netflix first? Because they said the same thing about Dan, but it's on Crunchyroll also.
It was on both, but
That was Dragon Ball Daima. So I don't know, like.
I don't know. I'm allowing them to like make their story up.
They're saying things, but I'm sitting there going like, I don't know if these are true because y'all saying that y'all said that about Dan, and y'all said that about Dragon Ball Z Daima, and that didn't happen. I mean, the episodes to me hard to count faster on Crunchyroll than
we also got New Hell's Paradise.
Okay, I'm excited for that.
Which will not come out for another year. It comes out 2026.
Look, let them cook.
I'm like, hey, if y'all gonna cook hard, cook hard. I ain't mad at y'all.
What about Eminence of Shadow? When the movie, they say anything new about the movie yet?
They haven't said anything about the movie just yet. Just yet, unfortunately. So we might have to wait a little bit longer. Let them cook some more for that. Season 3 of Spy X Family will be October 25.
I'm not.
I mean 2025.
I'm not.
I know you're.
I
know you're not Spy Family person.
I tried to watch it. I really did. I gave it more than 3 episodes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gave it like the first season, I guess, kind of.
Sony is also trying to buy an anime studio.
They did.
I'm now in fear for my anime.
Why? It's actually turned out to be more positive. If anything, you should be more afraid of Crunchyroll because this whole situation started because people are pissed at Crunchyroll, especially Japanese.
What did Crunchyroll do? What did they do?
Oh, do you not know about everything that's been happening with them for this whole time?
No, what did they do?
A lot, bro. What?
Like you're saying they did stuff. I need like specifics. What did they actually do?
Okay, well, recently I found out just last night, or I guess it was last night or 2 nights ago, that they shortchanged people, the authors of a lot of series. They sold stuff. It's with their name, I guess. Like the anime, they sold stuff and didn't give them a proper cut. So there's that.
All right, never mind. Nope. We're never going to finish that because now I'm just like
that's one. There's more.
Y'all doing the Funimation shit where y'all were just shortchanging motherfuckers? Come on, man.
They also disregarded people telling them what to do with their work. Like, hey, I don't want my work to be portrayed this way or done with this. They did it anyway. Like, so they ignored authors of shit and told them, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna make whatever I want to make with this merch, and you're gonna be okay with it. So you're shorting people on merchandise sales, and you're not following what they want you to do with their work. It's crazy. So that was another thing. A couple of months ago, I don't know if you saw, that guy released that Crunchyroll was stealing his mail. Like, fans would send him mail, and Crunchyroll was like stealing it from him.
All right, why are we stealing mail, Crunchyroll? What
was it? Like, I think he said it might have been 2-3 years they were doing this. So like he had fans mad at him, and he never knew why, because apparently they were sending stuff or things were being sent to him, and Crunchyroll wasn't giving it to him. So there's a lot that they've been doing here, bro. That's just been under the hand and under the table, just been fucking the world up. And don't forget, let's not get started on all the issues going on with the industry and voice actors.
Yeah, voice actors get fucked over a lot.
Yeah, but English voice actors, not Japanese voice actors, specifically English translation voice actors. Those people have fucked the industry up, and Japan's sick of it. Say what you will about Sony, but Sony is a Japanese company. So them buying anime studios actually for the better than anything else.
What I heard, it was Sony America that bought them.
I mean, Sony America is still Sony.
Okay, I would disagree with you on that one.
Well, I mean, I know what you mean. But I'm saying the name. This is Japan we're talking about. They're all about virtues and honor, and Sony is still a Japanese company at heart. Even if they have an American branch and American subsidiaries,
yeah,
they still are a Japanese company. What the fuck is Crunchyroll?
You're right. I'm just.
And Sony also bought Crunchyroll, so let's not. They own Crunchyroll too. They own Crunchyroll.
That's why my problem is like, Y'all already doing fucked up shit, and y'all bought Crunchyroll. Let's see what fucked up shit we gonna do now.
Yeah, but that's the thing is though, right? Is that even if they owned them, they weren't running them because there's a CEO for Crunchyroll. So Sony may have just like gave them funds to buy shit for them, but they still left Crunchyroll to their own devices for much to run their shit because they were running their shit on their own for the longest. Now, I add all this to say that they bought Kawa Studios. Is what the
Yep,
one?
that's one of my favorite studios.
That's what Sony, I believe, bought into.
They did. That's why I was like my favorite studio.
I don't think they own them fully though. I think they just bought more equity into them, so they have more ownership in it than any other anime studio. But again, this is all. I feel like this is for the better because this is an opportunity here. Because a lot of the American stuff has been like hindering anime recently, especially with like the rules and stuff they've been adding and trying to portray. And like I said, the English voice actors screwing up a lot of people's stuff with openly telling people they're changing lyrics. They're changing things, and knowing they're changing things because they don't like what it said originally.
Yeah, they're doing the whole Pokemon thing over again.
They're actively doing it and then being proud of doing it. You know, it's been terrible. So
yeah.
I have hope, and Japan seems to have hope that this is a better option for them.
Well, I hope that option works out.
Especially because I'm not gonna. This is probably gonna be really fucked up, but I kind of not feeling sorry at all for these American voice actors because like they're doing too much.
Yeah,
like if you have a job to translate what the work is, and people want to watch the translation of the work because they like the work, and you purposely go out your way to change whatever you feel like changing for political reasons of your own, you're not doing anyone favors.
Fuck. I'm not saying you wrong.
Like my shit. Like, I wanted to watch it how I want to watch it. This is now gonna bring back the whole argument of the whole dub versus sub thing again because now people can't even take. But actually, we can't because the translations were effed up too. People were translating wrong. They were translating things not the way they were supposed to be translated either. So it's like now I can't trust you for the writing. I can't trust you for the voice work. Like, what the fuck? What's going on here? And then you're all proud of this, and then you're mad that they want to use AI to do it and not use y'all anymore. Well, yeah, I'm kind of cool with them doing that because you suck. Y'all suck. Y'all are ruining this for whatever reason. I don't know why y'all choosing to do this because y'all think y'all are standing on some type of political ground or fighting with people who don't need you to fight for them. No one asked for this. No one asked for your help. Just do the job you're paid to do. Translate the work.
You're not wrong.
Especially because if you're not going to translate correctly, then you're going to turn around in the same breath and talk shit about the work that you're being paid to translate. Oh, this is such a bigotry and who are you? Because I know you had to see Black Up, the whole issues going on with that manga that people are calling racist.
Yeah, I saw that one,
and I am completely ecstatic for that. I feel like it's gonna be great. I can't wait for it to get an anime.
I'm tired of people doing some shit and then going like, "Oh, this is racist. We don't need to know this." But I hate to say it, we do need to know these things.
But that wasn't racist. That's just people being like they're putting something on something that is not. First of all, they're like these aliens seem like they're placeholders for actual immigration. And first of all, like a lot of people have been going to Japan recently and fucking it up for people who are foreign to be over there. So why, even if it is, let's just humor these individuals, right, and say that it is.
We'll have this humor.
Let's humor them and say, okay, maybe you're right. Maybe they are talking about people immigrating to Japan or whatever, right? Let's just say that really is the case, right? Y'all suck. Y'all are making us look crazy when you go to Japan because you're going there and doing nonstop nuisance shit. You're being annoying.
Y'all are being extra loud.
You're doing the most. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they really did do that. I don't think that's what's happening because I read some of that book or some of the chapters of that series, and I don't think that's what's happening. But if it is, I don't blame them because you've made yourselves nuisances. Like incredibly annoying individuals.
So from what I'm reading, it seems like for some reason Americans have this tendency, this problem. You're going over to another country being very loud. You're being rude. You're doing things against the laws you know you shouldn't be doing and saying, hey, I'm American, I can do what I want. That's not how other countries work.
And then if they did that shit here, y'all would be up in arms. Like, let a Japanese person come to America and say something about the Twin Towers or something about churches. Y'all would lose y'all fucking minds. What are we even talking about? Like, what are we even talking about? They'd be like, you know where you're standing at? This is American soil. You know how many people die? Like, we had people fucking with the Tory gates. You know the Tory gates, right?
Yeah.
And how you saw they had that weird Spanish influencer who came and started doing pull-ups on the Tory gates for whatever reason. Yeah, exactly. You had people dancing in the trains and dancing under like y'all doing shit that is not. And if anyone tells you you're wrong, y'all go, oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Who are you to tell them it's not a big deal in their culture? Like, what gives you the right to tell somebody that it's not that big of a deal? You're doing too much with their own culture. You weren't born there. You don't know the culture. So how are you to tell somebody who knows the culture, who's raised in that culture, but they're wrong about their own culture?
Yeah.
And then you sitting there thinking, oh, they're taking shots at y'all with this book, this manga series that came out that's doing well. Actually, it's very popular. So, if like I said, if they are doing this, then they're definitely making money off of it and making you look really bad in the process.
Speaking of manga, because this will be the last thing we touch on, because it's about that time. Corey Kenshin has reemerged,
and I saw it. It's already sold out.
Oh no, I got a copy.
Yeah, you might have to let me see that. I didn't get a copy. I didn't get a chance to get a copy. I didn't have money yet to order my copy.
No, you're good. I understood. I ordered my copy as soon as I saw that. I was like, let me get my copy really quick.
I'm interested to see how it goes though. And that trailer he released looked fire also. So when it does get an anime, I'll be there for that too.
So here's my thing. At the end of the day, let Corey Kenshin cook. This is my public service announcement. Let this man cook because he does things for the betterment of everybody.
He does.
He took a break to make a manga. That's a very, very time-consuming thing he has to do. So let this man cook. I know we all miss his YouTube videos. I miss his Resident Evil videos because I still bob my head when he goes Resident Evil. I miss it too. But let this man cook. He's trying to branch out into other things. We let RDC World cook. We let Berlizzi cook. They come out with great stuff. Let him cook. That's all I ask. But Savage, you got anything else you want to say to the people?
Nothing but just treat everybody the way you guys want to be treated. Stop being whatever this is. I don't like this road. Let's not go down this road. Let's not do this. So let's keep it positive. Let's enjoy. Let's be the classic, I guess 2000 like 5 anime community where it was fun and not everybody judging everybody over every single little thing. If you don't like the show, don't watch it. If you don't like the manga, don't watch it. You don't have to attack people who do. Okay? Just go watch what you like.
And this is going to be my ending for this. First of all, enjoy your holiday, enjoy your new year. Use your new year to set yourself up for success. Reset your life. Reset everything. Just be like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to do something different this year. Maybe I'll stop being so much of a dick. Like, if you're going to make a New Year's resolution, stick to it. Mine is I'm going to actually start pushing out more content like I've been wanting to. I'm going to actually make the time to do shit. Because that has to be done. And I just want to say to everybody, be the best version that you want to be. Be the version that you know you want to rock out with. Don't be afraid to not be yourself. And don't be afraid to take chances. That's what we did when we started this podcast. And we're going to keep doing the podcast because we enjoy doing it. But that's all I got to say. I'm your man, the Black Up, my co-host Savage, and my other co-host Coach, who had to not be here today due to family stuff. We're gonna pray his brother's okay, and we just gonna have a good rest of the day, guys. So we're gonna catch y'all out of here.